Office Secret Santa is pretty much workplace harassment disguised as some kind of festive fun. It's basically enforced gift giving with people you already spend way too much time with. And a £10 budget? That's not even enough to buy a decent coffee nowadays, let alone something that won't end up in a charity shop or the bin by January. Think I'm being harsh? Drop a comment below if you've ever actually kept a Secret Santa gift for more than a week. You haven't, have you? To help surviving the annual ordeal of buying meaningless tat for colleagues you barely tolerate? Stick around for my survival guide, including what to do when you draw the name of that colleague who still hasn't discovered deodorant.
Hey, you!
We delve into the nightmare that is Office Secret Santa. I should probably ask you to like and subscribe. Though if you really want to spread some Christmas cheer, you could always be my Secret Santa instead. Just please, no more Batman socks. Or scented candles. Or that naughty or nice paddle that got someone fired last year. Secret Santa, the festive tradition that strikes fear into the heart of every office worker. Every year, it starts with an overly cheery email from HR. Secret Santa is back! Yay! As if we've all been counting down the days since the last one. Spoiler alert, we haven't. I'm reliably informed that there are now websites designed specifically for Secret Santa. You sign up, get automatically assigned your victim, and can even buy gifts directly through the site. How lovely! No human interaction needed at all. Sadly, my workplace is still firmly in the Stone Age, which means we gather around in an awkward circle, reaching into a recycled gift bag filled with crumpled paper names. The drawer itself is a moment of pure tension. You reach in, fingers crossed, hoping for someone easy. Maybe Pam from IT, she loves candles, right? Or Chris from sales, who's always happy with a bottle of booze. But no, you draw Jeff. Of all the people you could have pulled, it had to be Jeff. The office grouch who never speaks to anyone, occasionally smells suspiciously unwashed, and has the social warmth of a damp sponge. I make eye contact with my colleague Dave. He looks distraught. He mouths the name Karen, the lady from HR. The place fun goes to die, and you can practically hear his soul leaving his body. We exchange helpless glances, silently acknowledging our shared misery. Here's a fun fact for you. Surveys show that 25% of Office Secret Santa gifts are either re-gifted or thrown away. Just in case you had any doubts about how much of a waste of time, money and effort it all is, no, it is pointless. There are always strict budget rules for Secret Santa, £10 maximum. But every year someone breaks the rules, usually a newbie desperate to impress, who buys a £30 bottle of artisan gin while the rest of us clutch novelty mugs and discount bath bombs. Do one, Jordan, we still don't like you. Anyway, armed with my £10 budget, which, let's be honest, is barely enough to cover a coffee and a muffin these days, I set out to find something for Jeff. The novelty shops are full of the usual suspects. Mugs with puns, miniature board games, llama stress balls, and even a grow your own boyfriend kit. I briefly considered taking a helpful approach and buying him a £10 deodorant gift set. It would benefit the whole team, really. But then I imagine him unwrapping it, glancing around with that look of simmering disdain, and possibly holding a grudge until death. His or mine, whichever comes first. Speaking of inappropriate gifts, let me tell you about last year's disaster. An enthusiastic intern, clearly panicked and clueless, bought her old friend Karen from HR a novelty naughty or nice paddle as her Secret Santa gift. He opened it in front of the entire office. There was a moment of collective horror as we all pretended not to notice. The intern was initially smiling before finally comprehending just how far he had missed the mark. I'm still laughing at the look of horror on his face. Poor bugger. Needless to say, neither the paddle nor the intern was seen again after that day. Some say on quiet nights you can still hear the sound of HR paperwork being filed. Or is that Karen secretly using her paddle? Of course, I'm no stranger to receiving questionable gifts myself. Thanks to my wife's dedication to buying me Batman merchandise, I now give off the impression of being utterly obsessed with the Cape Crusader. Anyone who draws me thinks, great, he loves Batman. I can get him literally anything with Batman on it. He'll be delighted. And so the collection grows. Batman mug, Batman notebook, Batman socks. Dear God, more Batman socks. Occasionally, a particularly creative soul will opt for Joker-related gifts, which was a lovely alternative at first, but there's really only so much purple and green a middle-aged man can wear without looking like, well, a murderous clown. How do we survive this annual ordeal? Here are my hard-earned tips. 1. Set clear boundaries for funny gifts. Make it known that gifts should be kept tasteful. We do not need another paddle incident. 2. Go practical. Sometimes a simple, useful gift is your best option. A tape measure or stationery holder. Boring, but safe. 3. Avoid personal hygiene products. No matter how good your intentions, this will not end well. Trust me. 4. Stick to the budget. Resist the urge to go above £10. Remember, this is not the time to show off or try to win friends. Jordan. 5. If you're really clueless, chocolates, always a winner. Unless the person's vegan and you're on your own. The big day arrives and the office gathers for the great gift reveal. One by one, people unwrap their thoughtful presents. Pam from IT gets a world's best cat mum mug, despite being allergic to cats. Nigel opens a bottle of Unicorn Tears gin and looks deeply offended. He hasn't had a drink in 15 years. Then it's Jeff's turn. He unwraps the very unimaginative festive socks I opted for, mumbles a half-hearted thanks, and sets them aside without a flicker of emotion. Exactly what I expected, but hey, at least it's over. Remember folks, Secret Santa is like a game of Russian roulette, but with novelty gifts. The best you can hope for is to survive until January without any HR violations or permanent psychological damage. Thanks for watching. Do the like and subscribe thing if you feel so inclined. And that's the Mick take. Cheers.